All right, I am back, and today we are going to be taking a look at a couple figures. That being Universe Ironhide. I had Grapple, but I sold him a while ago, and I just didn't get around to doing the review while I still had him. So we got Universe Ironhide here, and Protectobots, Generations Protectobots, Inferno, or not Inferno. No, not Inferno. This is Inferno. That one was Hotspot. This is Generations Protectobot Hotspot. It's primarily sold in a 2-pack with, I think it's the Blades, which is the retooling of Blaze Master. So I don't recommend that set, but at the same time, we're going to be going over these two figures. This guy is hard to get at times. On eBay, I've seen him go upwards of $80 if you get a mint in package. I think I spent, I can't remember what I traded for him, but yeah, $50 to $80, somewhere up to $100. This guy goes for about an average of $20. So the main reason why we're comparing the two is compare if it's a feasible substitute if you can't get the Inferno. So anyway, so the big differences in between the two figures. First off, you'll see he's got the ladder on the forearm, which does extend. Swivels. It's got two swivels. It's got a hinge. But yeah, it just kind of sits on the back of the forearm. So if my Inferno needs to have a fire or the crane, then that's. Did I say ladder? Yeah, it's a crane. Sorry, it's weird. Thought it was a ladder. It should be a ladder. But if you want that on there, then this is an option. He's got a missile launcher right here, and of course it fires, but it doesn't fire very far. Kind of barely clears the track there. So there's that. So he's got a gun here. He's got the crane hook there. That's Grapple's. That was Grapple's piece right there. All right. Hands are the same. Now the Grapple had different forearms and hands, so they kept the original hands and forearms, but changed that. Then they also changed the head. So he's got a new head here. Which is really odd that they went with this head, because they made a Hotspot out of this mold, and they gave him a Hotspot face. So I don't understand why he comes with Grapple's head instead of Hotspot's head, or why he's red and not blue. But there's Inferno's head. Focus. And there's Grapple's head. So, and aside from being a brighter red, he's got yellow detailing and some blue detailing. He's got more silver and white detailing. So those are the difference. So that's what you have to choose for yourself on which one you would prefer to have. I picked him up because I thought he would be a good substitute for him, but then I got him in a trade. So then I was like, I have another plan for him, and I'll get into that on another day. With he's going to be heavily custom. So anyway, setting him off to the side. The transformation is the same, so we're going to do just on him. So posability, and posability is the same on him too. So head is on a ball joint. Good look around. You can see mine's it's got a little bit of a play going on in there. So I don't like that. Shoulders are ratcheted. They can kind of go out too, if you want them to. Up and down, bicep swivel, bends at the elbow, wrist swivels, nothing at the waist, which is unfortunate, because I don't see a reason why it shouldn't be there. Hips can go up about that far, and it's a weird design back here on the hips. This I don't like this look at all. I just don't. And they go back about that far. There is a swivel up there, bends at the knee. Nice, good bend at the knee. It's got some detailing parts and stuff in there. That looks nice. Another swivel at the right below the knee. Foot can pivot up and down about that far, and it also has a little bit of a rocker, so not too shabby there. But due to the restrictions of the hips, it gets a little difficult. And this is a mold that every version of it has been floppy. This is floppy right out of the box. So you're gonna have to do a little repair no matter where you get this. I think it was because it was at the tail end of the Universe 2.0 line, so I think they were kind of rushing to get it out. So anyway, pull these out to the side. These will flip out like that. Flip this out like so. Just like that and that. You want to take this black panel here. This will pull out. Rotate this around. We'll just set that back right there for now. Swivel the legs around like this. And then this assembly here, this whole assembly here will rock out like that. Then you can rotate the wheel, flip this piece down like that, flip this piece down like that, and then you can tab. There's some plugs here and here that go into here and here. Just plug those in together like so. Alright, then you can rotate the arms back like this, and this will rotate around like here. He's got a significant shell forming going on here, but it's actually done in a way it's pretty nice. So that'll plug in. It doesn't sit as securely as I would like, but once you get everything in, it's pretty decent. And then this will come over like this, and then this will kind of tab in like so. So then we want to do the same thing on the other side. So we flip this around. Like this. This will flip out. And there we go. There's your Inferno, all in truck mode. I'll flip this guy over real quick. Transformation on him is the same. Like I said, big differences is the colors and that head as well. So yeah, the Inferno mold suffered from a problem that is pretty prevalent with certain Transformers, and that was he was at the tail end of a line that was getting canceled. So there was a point where he was actually really hard to find, and that is primarily why he goes for as much money as he does right now. And that's also why I have such a hard time purchasing the mold itself, because I don't think it's worth what people are charging on eBay for. And this goes into the Rant of the Week I did, talking about scalpers, because this is one of the figures that they really loved, was because they could buy a whole bunch of these guys when they did show up at Walmart, and they were gone so quickly that nobody had a chance to really get one. I was able to find one, but a lot of people weren't. And then once you got it, once they got it, it was, they did all the markups, and it was pretty bad. And it still is affecting the market for this figure to today. So here you can see the trucks are pretty much identical. He's got blue tint on his windows. He's got a little gray break up here. It's almost like a bluish gray. And he's got the gunmetal there. He's got the rifle here, and he's got the crane. So if you're okay with your Inferno having a crane, which it doesn't look too bad. Maybe one could convert this into a fire hose or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's not terrible. I wouldn't say it's the perfect version of Inferno, but at the same time, like I said, I don't think he's worth the markup price that eBay has him for. $50 to $80. That's just ridiculous. When this guy's about 20. I think I picked mine up for 15. So I think this is a better option if you're on a budget. So rolls. It's got 6 tires. Rolls pretty well. Looks good. I think it looks really good. Little robot kibble showing off right in here. And I'm not a huge fan of a giant cannon set on the back of a fire truck. I don't think that quite works. But, yeah, whatever. I think they're pretending that it's the fire hose, which I don't think I've ever seen a fire hose look quite like this before. So yeah, I would prefer the latter. We'll transform him back real quick. So you flip this up, flip down the feet, This panel will come up like this, This will flip in, rotate these pieces out, flip the tires in, and you can pull the waist down like that, untab the legs, rotate this back. Yeah, all these panels fold up really nicely. That is one thing I do really like this. And yes, I know I shot the missile off earlier. I know where it is. I can see it, but I'm not going to go get it because it's just going to fire off again. And there you go. He's pretty nice. Like I said, we saw the differences on him, so we're done with him. But obviously, he's the better version of the mold. It's just the other one's cheaper. So let's do a scale real quick. Here he is with the Legends figure. See how he stacks up there. And Seeker mold. So I don't think this works very well with this Seeker mold. I think he's too big in comparison to the Seeker. That's my opinion. Do with it as you will. Here he's with Classics Optimus, and he's almost a full head taller than Optimus. So that does not work for me at all. Here he is with the leader Megatron. That works a little bit better. So moving him out of the way. Here is the Combiner Wars Optimus, who has a tiny head and a little tiny bit taller than him, so it works a little bit better, but still not that much. Here he is with Optimus MP10, and I think that works okay. It works a little bit better. It works a lot better than Classics Prime, that's for sure. He should be, I would say, about a head shorter than Optimus to make this really, really work. A lot more engineering. So ultimately, I think he scales himself out of the line of which he's a part of, and that's part of the problem with this figure. I felt is because Universe 2.0 was the follow-up line to the original Classics line. So at that point, Classics Megatron and Classics Optimus were still the relevant figures to be with. So I don't think that worked very well. Also, the Galvatron figure in the same line was only deluxe class. That's more of Galvatron's fault, not him. But yes, he should be bigger than an Autobot car, but I don't think he should be that much bigger than an Autobot car. Or at least not that much bigger than a Seeker. That's pretty significant there. So there you go, Inferno. For a rating, I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10. He's a good substitute. That's about as far as I could go with him. The colors are decent. He is a red fire truck. That's all you really need to know. And I have no idea where Hasbro was getting this idea, because this is supposed to be Hotspot. I do not understand this at all. Now him, I like the red better. The fact that they're all loose pretty much right out of the box. I've had a few of these molds, so I could attest that they're all loose out of the box. But he looks good. He seems very hollow on the back. I kind of wish these panels would have been on this section instead of on his shoulders, so that this section could be kind of helping to fill out the back a little bit. But yeah, whatever. Is what it is. Other than that, he looks good from the front. I like him. I just don't know. He's just not right for me. So I'm gonna give him I'll give him a 7 out of 10. At least he looks right, as opposed to this guy, who he's just not kosher. So there you go.